Hello students, this is the second video in continuation to valuation of goodwill. In our previous video we saw valuation of goodwill by simple average method and weighted average method. Now this is illustration 11 in your NCERT book. The link to this chapter is given in the description box. Now let us see the question. Calculate goodwill of a firm on the basis of 3 years purchase of the weighted average profits of the last 4 years. So it is a weighted average profits method of goodwill. The profit of the last 4 years were 2012 20,200, then 2013 24,800, 2014 20,000, 2015 30,000. So you have 4 years, okay. The weights assigned to each year is 1, 2, 3, 4. Students, usually the weights will be like this. The oldest year will have weight as 1 and the recent year will have more weight, because the performance of the recent year has more weightage in the goodwill earning capacity of a firm. You are supplied the following information. On September 1st, 2014, a major plant repair was undertaken for rupees 6,000, which was charged to revenue. So, a major plant repair is a kind of abnormal expense, isn't it? Let us see. The said sum is to be capitalized. Okay, it was a capital expenditure, but it was considered as a revenue expenditure. Kind of error, isn't it? We have come across this error in error of principles. So your 11th standards rectification of error is applied in this question. The said sum is to be capitalized for goodwill calculation subject to adjustment of depreciation of 10% per annum on the reducing balance method. What does this mean? First point, rupees 6,000 was made as a revenue expenditure. This is supposed to be capitalized expenditure. Once you have capitalized it, it adds to the value of asset. That 6,000 rupees is added as the asset. So on 6,000 rupees, we have to calculate depreciation on written down value method for 2014 and 2015. That is what this first adjustment means. So your written down value method of depreciation, which is your 11th standard accountancy knowledge, is tested here. The closing stock for the year 2013 was overvalued by rupees 2,400. Overvalued means by mistake they have increased the value. Actually the value should be less by 2,400, but they have increased the value. Whenever you have an error of overvaluation, you have to subtract it. Keep that in mind. Okay. Then, to cover management cost, an annual charge of rupees 4,800 should be made for the purpose of goodwill valuation, which means for every year from the profit, we have to subtract management cost, which was not subtracted earlier. So, you have the calculation of adjusted profit here. Before that, let us see the notes, working notes. Now, depreciation on 6,000 has to be calculated for 2014 and 2015 at 10% per annum. Now, when was this depreciation? When did it take place? On 1st September 2014. Now, have they mentioned when are the books closed? No. In this question, the month when the books are closed, whether it is December or March, is not mentioned. But if you see the year is mentioned singularly. It is 2012, 2013, 2014 and 2015. It is not mentioned as for the year 2012, 13, 13, 14, 14, 15 and 15, 16. Since it is mentioned singularly, you can assume that the books are closed in December. It's better to write your assumption in the answer. So when the books are closed in December for 2014, the depreciation will be September, October, November, December for 4 months, because it was the repair took place on 1st of September. We have to include September. So 6000 into 4 by 12 into 10 by 100. That is how we got the depreciation here. 6000 into 10 by 100, that is the percentage of depreciation, into 4 by 12 for 4 months. Okay students, now this is rupees 200. Now depreciation has to be charged for 2014 and 2015 for 2 years for written down value method. So for the next year, when you charge depreciation, we have to do 6000 minus 200. On 5800, we have to charge depreciation for the whole year. So 5800 into 10 by 100, the depreciation amount is 580. That is the first working note. The second working note here is closing stock of 2014, which is overvalued, becomes the opening stock of 2015. So it has a cascading effect. We have to keep that in mind. Now what effect it will have on the profits? Let us see. So based on these calculations, we will go to this table, calculation of adjusted profits. So write this. You can also write particulars. Then write the 4 years profits here. Okay. Now these profits 20,200 is from the question. It is given here. I hope you can see it is given here. So 20,200, 24,800, 20,000 and 30,000. And here it is given management cost must be charged annually for all the 4 years. So it must be charged means it has to be subtracted from the respective profit. So minus management cost, we have to subtract management cost for 4 years. And whatever answer we get, keep that answer. 20,200 minus 4,800, 15,400. Like that we have the answer after subtracting management cost. Now from this, what we have to do? We have to add back the capital expenditure which was subtracted as revenue expenditure in the year 2014. So go only to 2014 because this happened only in 2014 and add back rupees 6,000. It was by mistake subtracted as revenue expenditure, but it is actually capitalized with the asset value. So minus 6,000. Now find the net value. For 2012, 13 and 15 it is same. 2014 the profit will increase. Now for 2014 and 15 you have to charge depreciation. For 2014 the depreciation is 200, we calculated here, and 2015 it is 580 under written down value method or diminishing cost method. So minus 200 and minus 580. Now again find the adjusted profit. So for 2012 and 13 no change. 2014 21,200 minus 200 it is 21,000, and for 2015 25,200 minus 580 24,620. Now coming to the closing stock. Listen carefully children. Closing stock was overvalued. Overvalued, what did I say? Rectification, we have to minus. Keep that in mind. Now while preparing trading account, you show closing stock on the credit side, which means closing stock gets added up with the profit. How? With sales we add closing stock and then we take the total. The same total is shown on the debit side. We subtract all the expenses, opening stock, purchases, direct expenses. We get gross profit. In other words, closing stock adds up to the profit. And when closing stock is overvalued, profit is also overvalued. So we have to subtract profit. So 2,400 is subtracted for the year 2013. Now 2013's closing stock will become, sorry children, for the year 2014. Okay, here 2013. I have written here wrongly. There is a typing mistake here. Closing stock of 2013 will become closing opening stock of 2014. Please make the changes. This is actually I'll write it here, 2013. Okay, and this is actually 2014. Sorry for the mistake. Okay, now so the closing stock of 2013, we subtracted it from the profit because profit itself was inflated, overvalued to the extent of 2400. Now this closing stock of 2013 becomes the opening stock of 2014. But what do you do with opening stock? Opening stock is shown on the debit side of trading account, which means opening stock would have reduced the profit by 2400, which is wrong. Now we have to add back to the extent of 2400. This is what you have to remember. Closing stock, when it is overvalued, profit gets overvalued. Opening stock, when it gets overvalued, profit gets undervalued. So when profit gets undervalued, why is it so? Because opening stock is shown on the debit side of trading account as an expense. It increases the expenses, which means it will reduce the gross profit. So unnecessarily gross profit got reduced by 2400. So here we have to add rupees 2400. This is what you have to keep in mind. Now we have the adjusted profits for the 4 years. Now students, this is an illustration sum of NCERT, and in board examinations many times illustration sums have been asked directly. So even if I don't teach you, you have to study all the illustration sums from your NCERT books when it comes to accountancy. And when it comes to business studies, you have to study all the in-text boxes, the blue color boxes which you find in between your lessons, case studies. You have to study all those. Now continuing with the sum, going to the next slide. Yes. So we have the 4 years adjusted profit. How did we get this amount? The total of the previous slide, 15,400, 17,600, 23,400 and 24,620. These amounts we have shown here. The weights are already given in the question, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now multiply the weights. 15,400 into 1, 17,600 into 2, 23,400 into 3, 24,620 into 4. Find the total of the weights. Goodwill is equal to total of the weights divided by, to total of the product divided by the total of the weights into number of years of purchase. Number of years of purchase, is it given in the question? Three years purchase. Calculate goodwill of the firm on the basis of 3 years of purchase. So the number of years of purchase must be multiplied. It has been calculated in 2 steps. You can do it directly in one step. 2,19,280 divided by 10 multiplied by 3. Rupees 65,784 is the goodwill. Don't forget to put the new rupees symbol. Okay. Now coming to the second method of valuation of goodwill. The first method was average profits method. Under average profits method, we saw weighted average method and simple average method. Now we will see super profits method. Before going into super profits method, what is this super profit? Super profit is the profit which a company earns higher and above the normal rate of return in similar companies. Madam, we are not able to understand anything. Let us take for example shoe manufacturing industry. Now in shoe manufacturing industry, let us assume the normal profit or the average profit which a shoe manufacturing industry can earn is 10% on its capital employed. Which means if I invest rupees 1 lakh as capital, I will earn rupees 10,000 as profit. That is the meaning of 10% on capital employed. This is normal profit of any shoe manufacturing company. Now if you take something like Khadim's or Woodlands or Mochi, their profit will be 20% on capital employed or 30% on capital employed. So suppose there is a shoe manufacturing company Mochi, and this shoe manufacturing company's rate of return is 25% on capital employed. The normal rate of return is 10%, but Mochi is able to earn 25%. That excess 15%, 25 minus 10, 15% is known as super profit. So super profit is actual profit earned minus normal profit in similar industries. Okay. Now coming to the formula. Those who couldn't understand directly mug up the formula. Super profit is equal to actual average profit that is earned by your company minus the normal profit that is earned by similar companies in your industry. So what is actual average profit? Whatever was the average profit which you calculated in your previous sums, that is your actual average profit. It can also be the actual adjusted average profit, like the case of illustration 11. So average profit is add all the profits for the given number of years and divide it by the given number of years. This is the same formula as the first method. What is normal profit? Normal profit will always be calculated as a percentage on capital employed. So it is capital employed into normal rate of return divided by 100. What is normal rate of return? Children, it is a percentage. It will be given in the question. You just have to put the percentage R by 100. That's it. The question, it will be stated as normal rate of return. And I have already explained to you what is the normal rate of return. The rate of profit that similar industry would earn as a percentage on its capital employed. Now comes a question, what is capital employed? Capital employed is the capital invested in the business. So if it is partnership, it is the sum total of the capitals invested by all the partners plus undistributed profits like reserves, general reserves. That is capital employed. Now if the partner's capital is not given but the total assets are given and outside liabilities are given, then total assets minus outside liability is capital employed. This is the reverse formula. Suppose you are having a balance sheet. Okay. You have capital here. You have reserves. And you have external liability or outside liability. Okay. Then you have all the assets here. Current assets and fixed assets. So what is capital employed? Capital of all the partners plus undistributed reserves are capital employed. If this is given in the question, directly take this. If this is not given in the question, total of the asset is equal to total of liabilities. So total of the assets minus external liability or outside liability will give you capital employed. We have already seen this in our financial statements, analysis of financial statements and ratio analysis. Now, I would prefer to erase everything. Yes. Now continuing with this, capital employed into normal rate of return, you will get your normal profit. Now goodwill is equal to the third step is missing, children. The third step is actually mentioned here as first step. Okay, super profit is equal to actual profit which you calculated here minus normal profit. Okay, so you find super profit. Goodwill is equal to super profit into number of years of purchase. So first calculate the average profit, next calculate the normal profit. Third step, average profit minus normal profit is equal to super profit. Fourth step, Goodwill is equal to super profit into number of years of purchase. Now, this is the slide which explains how to calculate capital employed. If you follow the liability sides approach, capital employed is capital plus reserves. Now we are taking minus goodwill because this is calculated for the purpose of goodwill. So goodwill will be subtracted. Fictitious assets should also be subtracted. Let us not go into in depth. You will get simple questions. Now asset side approach on the other hand is the total of the assets minus outside liabilities. Now let us take this question as an example. A firm earned net profits during the last 3 years as first year 18,000, second year, children again it's an error. I will quickly pause the video and change the mistake. Okay, I made the changes. For the first year it is 18,000, for the second year it is 20,000, and for the third year it is 22,000. So 3 years profit is given. The capital investment of the firm is rupees 60,000. Okay, that is the capital employed by this organization. Normal return on the capital is 10%. Normal return means normally profit earned. Return means profit. Profit earned in similar industries is 10% on capital employed. Calculate the value of goodwill on the basis of 3 years of purchase. 3 years of purchase, 3 must be multiplied of the average super profit for the last 3 years. So first we have to find the average profits. 18,000 plus 20,000 plus 22,000 divided by the number of years, that is 3. This 3 is different from this years of purchase. Keep it in mind. This 3 is the number of years of profit which is given in the question. And this 3 is the number of years of purchase, the effect that the goodwill will have in future. Second step is to calculate normal profit. Normal profit is equal to capital employed, that is 60,000, into normal rate of return. NRR is actually 10%. You can also take it as R by 100. So 60,000 into 10 by 100 is 6,000. 6,000 is the normal profit. So what is the super profit? Actual profit minus normal profit. Super profit is 14,000. And goodwill is super profit into number of years of purchase. That is 14,000 into 3, which is 42,000. Rupees 42,000. Now based on this question, I want you to copy this question also in your notebook and the answer. And the homework is new NCERT book. The link to the chapter is given in the description box. You have to solve question number 14 and question number 15. So page number 160 according to the new edition book. Okay. Now let us proceed to the next method. Capitalization method. Capitalization method. Under this method we have two sub-methods. Capitalization of average profit method or capitalization of super profit method. Before going into the individual methods, keep in mind capitalization means increasing the value. So here we have to reciprocate the fraction, the percentage. Under capitalization method, we will always do 100 by normal rate of return. Keep that in mind. I hope you understood what I am saying. Under capitalization method, whether it is capitalization of average profit or capitalization of super profit, you have to do 100 divided by normal rate of return, which will actually increase the value. Okay, you can also remember this as reciprocal. Okay children, now proceeding to the next slide. Capitalization of average profit method. Under capitalization of average profit method, the steps are: first we have to calculate average profit, which you all should know by now. Second, we have to capitalize average profit. Whenever you say capitalize, you have to increase the value. So average profit into 100 divided by normal rate of return. This is what I explained. You are increasing the value, reciprocal. So into 100 by normal rate of return. Third step, we have to calculate capital employed, which I explained just now in the super profits method. Capital employed is the capital of all the three partners plus reserves. Alternatively, it is the total of the assets minus outside liabilities. Okay. Now fourth step is step number 2 minus step number 3. Capitalized average profit minus capital employed. That will give you the goodwill. Children, you have to remember the steps, and once you solve 2 to 3 sums, it's very easy. Now let us see one sum. This is your NCERT exercise question 17, so you have to copy this in your classwork. A business has earned average profits of rupees 1 lakh during the last few years. Okay, so they have given you the average profit. No need to calculate average profit. And the normal rate of return in similar business is 10%. Okay. Ascertain the value of goodwill by capitalization of average profits method, given that the assets of the business is rupees 10 lakhs and external liabilities are rupees 1,80,000. So what is the first step? Calculation of average profit. First step, average profit is given. Second step, capitalize average profit. So 1 lakh into 100 divided by 10. We get 10 lakhs. Third step, calculate capital employed. Capital employed is equal to total assets minus outside liability. So 10 lakhs minus 1,80,000. Capital employed is 8,20,000. And next step, goodwill is equal to capitalized average profits minus capital employed. 10 lakhs minus 8,20,000. Goodwill is 1,80,000. Okay, children, you have to solve this sum in your notebook. So this is capitalization of average profits method. Now we will see capitalization of super profits method. Under capitalization of super profit method, it is very easy if you have already calculated super profit. Whatever super profit you calculated. Now, what is this super profit? It is the second method. It is this method. What is super profit? Actual profit minus normal profit. If you have calculated super profit, capitalization of super profit method is this super profit into 100 by R. Into 100 by normal rate of return. That is capitalization of super profits method. Okay. So it's very easy. Super profit into 100 by NRR. So how to calculate super profit? Actual profit, actual average profit minus normal profit is super profit. Actual average profit, I have actually copy pasted the second method step here. The second method, super profit method, I have just copy pasted it here. Now you too have to write it in your notebook, children. You have to write all these steps. Okay. So super profit is actual profit minus normal profit, wherein actual average profit is the sum total of all the profits of the n number of years divided by the n number of years. And normal profit is capital employed into normal rate of return divided by 100. Here we are not capitalizing. Keep it in mind. Now goodwill is equal to super profit. That is average profit minus normal profit. Super profit into 100 divided by normal rate of return. Because we are capitalizing super profit. And capitalizing means increasing, reciprocating. Okay. Now the same question 17 can be solved by super profits method also. So it is the same question. You can have a glance. Profit is 1 lakh. Capital employed is 10 lakh minus 1,80,000, 8,20,000. And normal rate of return is 10%. So remember 1 lakh, 10% and 8,20,000. Okay. So what is super profit? Average profit is 1 lakh. We have to calculate normal profit. That is capital employed 8,20,000 into 10 by 100. Normal profit is 82,000. Super profit is 1 lakh minus 82,000, 18,000. And goodwill is Super profit into 100 by 10, that is 18,000 into 100 divided by 10, 1,80,000 rupees. So here you see it is 1,80,000. When you calculate goodwill by capitalization of average profits method, the goodwill is 1,80,000. When you calculate goodwill by capitalization of super profits method, the goodwill is 1,80,000. So what does this mean? Under both the methods, the value of goodwill will be same. So when a question is ambiguous as to which method you have to follow, you can follow any method. Now let us see a similar question. Okay. From the figures given below, calculate goodwill according to capitalization of average profits method and capitalization of super profits method. So actual average profit is given here 72,000. Normal rate of return is 10%. Assets is 9,70,000 and liability is 4 lakhs. So let us solve the sum in the first method, capitalization of average profits method. Under capitalization of average profits method, average profit is, first we have to find the average profit 72,000. Then we have to capitalize average profit 72,000 into 100 divided by 10. Okay, this is 7,20,000. Next, we have to ascertain the actual capital employed. What is the actual capital employed? 9,70,000 minus 4 lakhs, which is 5,70,000. Now goodwill is 7,20,000 minus 5,70,000. 7,20,000. Children, here again there is a mistake. It is 7,20,000, not rupees symbol. Okay. What happened? I just did control find and replace, and I wanted to replace all number 2, struck off number 2 into rupees symbol. It so happened all the 2's got converted to rupees. So this is actually 7,20,000 minus 5,70,000. Goodwill is 1,50,000. So this is how you calculate goodwill by capitalization of average profits method. Let us see capitalization of super profits method. Under capitalization of super profits method, what we have to do? First we have to find super profits. So average profit is already given. We have to calculate normal profit. Normal profit is equal to capital employed, that is 5,70,000 into normal rate of return, that is 57,000. Now super profit is equal to average profit already given in the question minus normal profit, which is 72,000 minus 57,000. Super profit is 15,000. And goodwill is capitalization of super profit, which is 15,000 into 100 by 10, 1,50,000. So if you see in the previous slide, the goodwill is 1,50,000, and in the current slide also the goodwill is rupees 1,50,000. Okay. So here I'll change this so that you all will also not make the similar mistakes. Okay, so this is done. Okay, so it is 7,20,000. The goodwill is 1,50,000 when you solve the sum by average profits method. The goodwill is 1,50,000 when you solve the sum by capitalization of super profits method. Hence, both the methods of capitalization gives the same answer. Now you have to solve NCERT question 16. Okay, you have to solve question number 16 in your NCERT new edition book by both the methods. So what all you have to do, children? You have to write everything which I explained to you in this video. Starting from illustration sum. I think illustration 11, weighted average method. From there, all the slides, the steps, the explanation, the illustration example sums, and this homework sums. Everything you have to solve. Now let us see this question. The following information relates to a partnership firm. Profit for the last 5 years are given: 2012, 2013, 2014, 15 and 16. In my previous video, I told you if the number of years are, the profits for the number of years given is more, but you have to calculate only for 5 years and you find 6 years profit, then take the recent 5 years. Leave the oldest 6th year. Ignore it. Okay. So the profit for 5 years are given. Capital employed is 5 lakhs. Rate of return, it will not be 10% children, it is actually 20%. I'll go to this slide. I'll make the changes. There are lots of changes this time, isn't it? This is actually 20%. I did control, find and replace. So all my 2 got converted to rupees symbol. So the normal rate of return is 20%. You have to calculate by average profits method, 3 years purchase of average profit method. That is, add all the profit, divide it by 5, multiply it with 3 over. Then 3 years purchase of super profits method. Super profits method is your second method. Average profit is given. You have already calculated average profit in you while solving the first case. Second, you have to calculate normal profit. 5 lakh into 20%, you will get your normal profit. Okay. On that, you have to calculate super profit. Step 1 and step 2. Step 1 minus 2, you will get super profit. Into 3 years of purchase, you will get your goodwill. Capitalization of super profits method, case 3. For case 3, in case 2, you have already calculated super profits. So directly take super profits. Even in exam, you can do this, children. Super profit is taken from step case 2. You can write like that. And directly capitalize it into 100 divided by 20. So that is what is done here. Case 1. Add the 5 years profit, divide by 5, multiply it by 3, you get the goodwill. So I made the changes here. The final answer was missing. So goodwill on the basis of average profits method. First we have to calculate average profit. Then we have to calculate goodwill, that is average profit into number of years of purchase 3. You get 4,80,000. Second, goodwill on the basis of super profits method. So average profit we already have. Now we have to calculate normal profit. Normal profit is capital employed into normal rate of return. And capital employed is 5 lakhs. It is given in the question. Directly 5 lakh into 20 by 100. You get 1 lakh as capital employed. Now super profit is average profit which we calculated here. $1,60,000 minus normal profit 1 lakh. So super profit is 60,000 and capitalization of super profit is it is goodwill based on 3 years purchase of super profit. So 60,000 into 3, you get 1,80,000. That is goodwill based on super profits. Now if you want goodwill on the basis of capitalization of super profit, directly you have super profit 60,000 here, isn't it? So 60,000 into 100 divided by 20 will give you the third case. So directly you can come to the conclusion 3 lakhs. Even in exam you can solve the sum like this. Okay children? So what is the formula? Same thing. This is already given in the previous question. So we can complete it. Same children. Whatever was is mentioned here, the same thing is mentioned in the next slide. So with this, our goodwill valuation has come to an end successfully. I want you to solve all the sums, all the slides and all the steps which you saw in this video. Thank you children. Stay home. Stay safe.